You are seeing my screen, right? No?
Yes, sir.
You are seeing my screen, right?
Yeah.
Right? For example, this one. Mm. So last week I have written one program. Okay. I think you might be knowing. I mean, it will be very interesting. Suppose if I forgot, how do I found that program name what I created last week? Suppose I don't know. Do you, I mean, I'm just asking you because there's a good concept with this one, what I'm explaining. How do we find out the last program, what I created last week? Where do we find it? I forgot the naming style, nothing. I don't remember exactly, but I want to find out, I want to see the list of the programs what I created last week or 2 weeks
Uh,
back.
in the package,
Package also I don't
we
know.
can.
TR in S09.
No.
Okay,
Suppose TR also is not there. Suppose
okay.
one more option. Think there is one more option. Very good concept.
Uh, if we click on search elf here and there, can we give any search range with the
No.
username?
That also I don't know because I don't know which name I have given.
Okay.
I know actually, but just to make you this concept, I'm telling this.
Okay.
Think what is any other option? Any other option we can find out the programs which I created maybe last week, before week, or last 1 month, like that. In which place we can find that? One is
Maybe
as you said,
any
under the
maybe
packages.
any standard table
Correct,
we have.
correct. Standard table. Because everything
Mm,
stores in the standard table only. How to
correct.
go to that? How to
So
go to that
yes,
standard? The
I don't know the table name again exactly, but maybe we can check in any standard table. We
No.
can
What
check
I'm
in
asking
Google.
is,
Uh,
correct. Your answer is correct. Standard table. I'm asking that how do we will find out that? Because we don't know. How do we find out that here? The powerful
Using
option
the
here.
username.
No. After going to their username, here press F1.
Okay.
Our powerful concept, right? In SAP. Press F1 here.
okay.
Yeah.
You'll get a pop-up here. Why this option is not coming? Maybe something problem with the system. Pop-up, I'm not getting the pop-up here. So that you can go to data element. From data element, you can go to the domain. Domain to value table. There you can find out. function F1. Then in that case, in this case, you should go for ChatGPT only, because I'm unable to give the plus F1 here. There is a program name, table name.
The TR-DIR table.
That will be only for the dictionary objects, TRDAR.
Okay.
For programs, so some RF something will be there. Program table name. I can try in my ECC system. Let's say 38 plus F1. Here also F1 is not working. Maybe something problem. F1 not working, but anyway. Here if you go to here. My voice clear to you? Voice,
Yes,
Yes,
my
sir.
voice is clear to you. Okay. I'm just thinking there's any net problem. Table which holds the name of the this program. In this program, if you go to here, this is the table name. The table, click on display, go to here. Okay. So I know all I go ZMA star, and then username you can give here. So ABAP test, and I know maybe it lost 2 weeks back. So I can choose here created from 1 to. Say suppose from May, okay, May 1st to till date. So this give you all the programs which I have created with this username between these dates. Do you see there is a program here? This is a program which we created in the last class. This one. Which date? 6th May. Here. Take this one. It will be very interesting for especially the freshers to understood. Hello? Right? You're getting my point right here.
Yes, sir.
Everything stores data in SAP tables only. So both types of data, business data and technical data. So business data is all the data, business data. And technical data. All technical data means all the repository objects. All are the repository objects. And this is business data. All the business data is like sales, materials, purchase orders, sales orders, so all these things. So everything will be stored in the tables only. And for example, if you take this table, which we are exploring here, this question, Chetna, for you especially, so that will be for interview point of view, as is maybe junior resource. So did you understood now what is the why we don't have MANDT field here in this
Yes,
table?
sir.
You
Yes,
understood,
it's
right? What is the reason?
yeah, client independent.
Reason,
It is.
correct. Because program is client independent.
Yeah.
Especially as
So
a
in
fresher,
all the
we don't,
clients,
it will be available,
it
this
will,
program.
yeah.
As a fresher, it's very difficult to understand initially, this one.
Yes, sir. Now I understood because we have different clients
Uh,
in our project. So that is when I understood. Okay.
Even I showed that at that time through my system, but you have not practiced that,
Yeah.
right? Right.
Yes, sir.
So
You
I
told
showed in my
I can.
system. I showed in my
Yeah.
system with 2 clients I took. But that time you people don't
Mm-hmm.
have the system access for two
Knowledge to.
clients. 2 clients.
Yes,
Hence
sir.
you don't
Yes,
remember
sir.
that much clarity.
Yes, sir. And I could answer. During my project interview, I had the same question. I answered it, but still I didn't have the proper clarity.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because you
That's what.
taught us, you told us uh, the definition. I told them, but I wasn't clear. Yeah. Now I'm clear.
Yeah. That's what a lot of these things, right? Concepts of any SAP, any technology. Theory is okay, but as much as if you know at least practically something, right? Then your way of answer, your way of confident will be different.
Yes,
Even
sir.
this rap and all as well, whatever that we are going to learn, right? All these concepts as well may not be high-end expertise, but at least if you practice some of the scenarios, simple scenarios, then you can tell very confidently in the interview.
Yeah.
So this is what we were, this is what we were talking last class, last session here. So do you remember why the @ symbol, both of you? @ symbol.
For
Difference.
data, it is inline declaration.
But why we need @?
If there are some spaces,
No.
okay.
To differentiate database fields and program correct terminologies and program data objects, we call correct terminology. Data objects means variable, work area, internal table, parameters, select options. So whenever you are using the new ABAP syntax select statement, it is must to specify for those in front of those data objects at that symbol. This is called host variable. Host variable or at that symbol. Right? Got the point here?
Yes,
That's
sir.
why we are using for this. This is system not related to database. This is also not related to database. This is internal table and this is related to the select options. That's why it must to give the at symbol. Otherwise, it won't accept. It will give the error. And this also we were discussing last session. Huh? This is how you display in the new ABAP syntax. Right? So no need of loop statement and all. No need of loop and write statement. You can display the data. Directly data can be displayed using the below class and method. Okay. What is this class? I mean, what this method is? Static method. Display underscore data is a static method. How do we know it is static method? Two types of methods. One is static method, other one is instance method. So display underscore data here is static method. So based on what we can say static method? You remember, Chetna?
No, sir.
So static method, because we are using a class name without instance, that's why it's called a static method. Pranay was there already last session, that's why you might be knowing already. Because this is the class name. Whenever you call the method without a object, this is not object. That is called static method. That's why I written here, display underscore data is static method. Since here we are calling directly method using class name. This is a real application of the OOPS concept. Got the point? You can cross check here.
Yes, sir.
Double click here. It goes to display underscore data. Go to method definition here. Go to the attributes here. Check it here. This is the static method here. This is a perfect example of the static method. If they ask you in interviews and all, especially when you go for 2 years experience like that, they will ask you what is static method, what is the instance method and all. So you can tell that static method is the method which we call without using any instance. Okay, example, you can tell this one only. You can note down this one. You can tell this one. This is a classic example of the static method where we don't need any instance for this method. This is common for across for the all the types of internal tables we can pass here. This is the parameter, internal table. How do you know? Again, double click here. Go to method definition. Here you can find out the parameters here, import parameters. Right here. Value. Value is the internal table here. This is the SAP defined data type here. This works as a this is the internal table. You can pass any internal table here. Even if you want to pass your IT underscore Mara also you can pass. For example, I want to get the data from Mara table. Select MIT NR, MTRT, MITKL, MEINS from Mara into table, trade data, IT underscore Mara. Now you are passing the internal table of Mara table type. You can pass this here. Now here. IT underscore Mara here. Now materials data will print here. Check syntax. Activate. Let's go to here. Now this is the materials data. Okay, and new ABAP syntax, one more thing is dynamically you can create a column. Sorry, not a column, heading is dynamic new column, or you can give as heading also here. You can go as material underscore number. We can give here okay, as is alias name here. And for material type also you can give here mtrt as material type. Okay, and material group also you can give as material group. You cannot give space, material and group. Right now, if you check syntax, okay, sorry, this is units of measure. Units of measure here. Right now, heading will come this one. Material heading will come like this: material number, material type, material group. Okay. As is alias name. After as it is alias name. In the table, it will not change anything, only in the output only here. Okay, one other question. So, what is the main advantage of new ABAP syntax if they ask in the interview? What is the main advantage of
Inline
new ABAP
declaration.
syntax?
Inline declaration.
Inline declaration is just one concept.
Which was. Oh,
Hmm? Inline declaration is just one concept in ABAP syntax, new ABAP syntax. But advantage. Code push down, right? Or code to data. This terminal is very important in the interviews to try. Code to data. Code push down, you know, right? Code push down concept is very important in S4HANA. All the concepts of your CDS view, new ABAP syntax, AMDP, all these concepts are code push down only, built on code push down. That means you can push the complex code logic to the database layer. What is the meaning of code push down or code to data? It is pushing the complex code logic to the DB layer where we can write complex select queries. Like we can use simple arithmetic operations, case statement, and case statement and string operations also. String operations we can apply in new ABAP syntax with code push down concept. Here, hello, right? Now here. What is this one? This will be, suppose if I copy paste this one, think here how many columns will come in the output? 4 or 3 columns?
4.
4, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? Fourth one is column name is
Yeah.
new column.
New column.
Text is extra column. If you want, you can check it in the debug mode also. Say result 1 here. The breakpoint here. Execute. Right? Internal table. This is the result one is the internal table here. So data has come. 355 records here. Okay, I think you can form one more interview question. No? What is the type of the internal table will create by system automatically when you use the new ABAP syntax? What is that type of the internal table? Type of the internal table.
Standard.
What is that? Standard. This is very important. I think this is a good question they can ask. When we use inline declaration, for creating internal table, what type of the internal table, what type of the internal table it will create? Standard or sorted or hashed. It is standard. See, actually, if you observe, right, this question, if they ask, we cannot tell, right? Because now we have observed, you can tell it. I mean, if anyone is already observed. Are getting point here?
Yes, sir.
Right? So suppose if they ask, then we'll get confusion, right? We don't know whether it creates a standard, sorted, or hashed. Did you observe earlier? Yes, no?
No, sir. I didn't observe.
We have not observed, right? We will, because unless you do debug, we don't observe. Just right, we'll print the data or we'll process it. Because I went to
Yeah.
debug mode, then I saw it. Okay, now if I execute this one, any questions here? This 43 to 46 syntax. So when you go for this type of syntax, see the interview, right? You should be able to, they will ask you what is the advantage of going to that. One is code push down, no? And what are the main things, right? Like I said, case case statements, so string operations, so new columns. So new columns also you can add dynamically. New columns we can create dynamically. It is going to create a very big, good question bank with this. Think 1 minute. Is what it is going to do. Sorry, this is same, right? Think of what could be the reason of this error. Think 1 minute, what could be the reason of this error? What could be the reason of this error?
Comma missing in above.
Correct, right?
Yes. Okay.
Now what it is going to do? This select statement. What is the line number 56 is going to do?
It'll add 120 to FL time and save it in
So flight
total.
time. So
Yeah.
it will add dynamically. This is the arithmetic operation you are doing. This is what I was telling in my definition. You can do this directly on the fly. This is on the fly code push down. Whatever the existing flight time plus 120 it will add and it come as a total time. If you want, you can check it this one by giving here one more field, FLT time here. Right, you can go here, display this one using CLDM output here. IT underscore, I can give IT underscore SPFLI. You can go here IT underscore SPFLI. Check syntax. Right. Right, I think covers here. Check syntax here. Activate. Execute. Execute. Execute here. Right here. Flight time plus 120. 454 plus 120, 564. 361 plus 120. See the time here. What is this one? In the hours, right? This is 444 minutes. So this will be number of hours, this one. Because this you are doing here the addition, division here. Division. Flight time 62. What could be the 2? See the output 2. See the output. Tell me what could be the T. Sorry, 2. Division.
Decimal up to
Correct.
two
You're right. You are
numbers.
correct. Correct. Decimal 2 numbers. You can make it 3 here. Instead of 2, make it 3. See what happens. It's very powerful new ABAP syntax. Execute here. Execute. That's right. Three digits will come after the decimal values. No? Right. Wherever is this is 6.017, 1.083. So this is decimal. So you can choose the decimals dynamically. Think 1 minute. Suppose if you don't have this feature, how do you do this normal ABAP, old ABAP syntax? Suppose you are not following this new syntax, you want same feature. Okay, flight time you need to add plus 120, and it should be flight time. You should display in the hours. How do you do this?
We need
Without
to
the new
loop that
syntax.
internal table. We need to
You
loop
have
the
to loop
internal
that
table
internal
and we
table.
need to do the calculations. I need to
Modify.
need
You
to
should do the modify the
Mm.
internal table, right?
correct.
And you should use the into corresponding fields here table. Your table should have the fields of this
Mm.
and these two fields also. This field and this field as well, but they should use into corresponding fields. All is a performance problem.
Correct.
Basically, code push down will reduce the code on the application server. One more wordings. Here, let's see if we can write here. Code push down. Reduce the code execution in ABAP application layer. Right? Otherwise, now if this same scenario, if you consider without the new ABAP syntax, a lot of code loop and all. Loop is ABAP statement or a database statement. Loops. Loops so modify and all. It comes under ABAP statement or DB statement. Suppose you do the loop statement and modify the internal table, and end loop you write that code. That code belongs to DB or application server. ABAP code.
I think application server loop.
Application server only, because DB database related statements only is only few statements. Select and what else? Tell me the different types of database statements.
Read,
No, because read will come under ABAP statement. Database statements.
modify, append,
Modify. Append will not, because append is for internal table. Modify, insert, right?
Delete.
Update, delete, and very important, select. Without this, no SAP, no IT industry. Right? These are very, very, very important statements. All the database operations will happen internally through these statements only. All ABAP statements are, tell me the ABAP statements. Right? All. Rest of all the statements. Rest of the above. Rest of the above 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twice statements, right? Like update, sorry, append, if conditions, so string operations, so loop, read, okay, all these things, open data set, all these things, close data set, call function module, call method, all these things. Okay. So let's stop here. 9, 10.